Yeah, I think it's like something different out of the norm. And I think that's the beauty of like hip hop, breaking, K-pop is that you add your own flavor. And so I think that's why a lot of kids are interested. I want to show these kids that anything can be possible. I was born in Thailand, and then I came here when I was like a couple months old. And so I lived in by the Rondo area, and so that was kind of like low-income housing, and then so there was a lot of like gang activity, a lot of violence, and so I think luckily I just had breaking that saved me. I had family members that were in gangs, and so I think I took a different approach, and I luckily I had friends that were dancing, and so we just kind of strayed away from that, and then just kept on dancing, and I was the only one that kept on dancing. We started with just breakdancing and hip hop. We moved from indigenous roots. We were there from 2017 to 2020, and then we moved to our own space, I think, in 2021. And so we were already outgrowing that space, and so just kind of took a leap of faith and then got into this building. There's limited space here, but we make the best of what we have. There's a waiting area. We have TVs for the parents to watch. So we have 4 studio rooms, and also like try to have different feels for each room. Like the first room is kind of more of like a, I would say like bougie-ish, or like the more of like a cleaner look. Second one's kind of like a street studio. And then this third one's kind of more a small one. We haven't figured out a right feel for this third studio yet, but that's what we're trying to figure out. And then the last expansion studio, we're still figuring out the aesthetics for that one too. We opened that spot last year. The interesting about our floor is that it's a sprung floor, so we have like a foam block on the bottom with 2 layers of plywood and then the flooring. So it's soft on the body, especially for our breakers. Like we bang our bodies a lot, and so it helps us physically to kind of be more safe. Actually, I'd want to open the ceiling because it's better with ventilation. So it's kind of like we have to figure out a balance. Like, okay, like if we open ceiling, it's gonna be more echoing. But here it's like ceilings are a bit lower, and then it's like the ventilation is not the best. We try to have more of like a stage kind of feel to so kids kind of have that practice. We also have like some party lights, so a lot of different colored lighting. And so for our little 3 to 5-year-olds, like they always run around with the lights, so it's super fun. I think North St. Paul has definitely been interesting. It's definitely been a lot of different communities and different cultures here now. It's a building strip mall. It's owned by my wife's aunt and uncle. They bought it, I believe, last year or a year and a half ago. There's a lot of like communities of color that are business owners here. There's like Hmong House over there too, so they're helpful. Like I think initially before they were doing like a discount for all our families if they go eat over there. And then Joshua, the adult daycare, which my wife's aunt and uncle own, like sometimes we'll use that spot in case there's like anything that happens because that space is a lot bigger. This whole building strip is really supportive. Back then, like a lot of parents weren't supportive in our arts. Like they didn't understand. Our parents would be like, "Hey, I want you to be a doctor or lawyer." I think now, like what's it said, the shift where the parents are the new generation of parents are coming in and they're seeing the benefits of why we're dancing. These kids are confident now. They have team building skills. They're able to actually talk in front of a crowd because, like for us, like we have a performance team, and these kids, we have them talk on the mic, introduce themselves. So I think that's one reason why a lot of the Hmong kids like kind of gravitated towards that was just also like the belonging and also like okay, like this is challenging. Once I achieve it, like, it's gonna be great. I perform for like big stages. You know, I've done Super Bowl 52 halftime. I performed for Timberwolves for the past 9 seasons now, and so I want to show these kids that anything can be possible. You know, like you never would think like I would never thought I would have been on big stages like that, and so now that these kids get these chances and they're working hard towards it, there's like a lot of parents that always stop me and just thank me about what we're doing because like without like a safe space like this, especially for like different communities of color, like you know there's people that doesn't have that at home, and when they come here they feel like a sense of space and belonging and where they can actually be free and express themselves.